And that's our turn. And we have 5 copies of Mature Chronicles, so we can super poly again. Seeing some time helping out new and returning players. They were having issues. Yeah, no. No! Okay. You thought I was gonna scoop because you went to the battle phase? I just screamed no helplessly. Hello everyone, welcome to a new Dr. Bash video where we are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. This time we're playing Yubel. So this Yubel deck isn't the most competitive Yubel deck of all time. I do run a few spicy tech and I know a couple of cards are not recommended for a good reason, but I still want to try them out, I still want to play them. And I know there's a lot of haters here who say cards like the revamped Grinder Golem is trash, and you know, other cards like my extra deck probably isn't, you know, the most optimized, but I really enjoy this deck and I think it's personally very fun playing Yubel as relatively intended. But you know, if you want to increase the power level of the deck, there are ways to do it outside of this. So let's go over Yubel. Yubel got some support a month ago in Master Duel, and the new Yubel support makes Yubel goes from an unplayable garbage tier deck to an absolute like slaughter fest of a deck where it can compete with the best of the best, which at this time is Fire King Snake Eyes. And how is it so powerful? Well, it has some of the best recycling in Yu-Gi-Oh! It has some of the best destruction effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of the best floating effects. And a lot of the cards just recur because they can. And my deck's specialty is to summon Yubel, or try to summon every form of Yubel, and to, you know, just be really annoying at what it does. So let's go over the deck profile. So first up we have Cyframe Driver and Cyframe Gamma, because I am so sick and tired of Max C. This is 100% here because of Max C. I hate Max C. This is one of the few cards that can stop it. I'm rocking it. If you drop Max C on my turn, there's a Cyframe Lower Omega coming your way. I'm taking another card out your hand. I do not care. And then I'm going to carry on my turn. Frick you. Then you have one copy of Chaos Summoning Beast. He's mostly here at level 1, and he's searchable if we have the full combo. If we break on too much, or you just hate having a Garnet, you can just run triple copies of Dark Beckoning Beast and get the same thing done. Then we have triple copies of Samsara D Lotus. So Samsara D Lotus, you contribute it to special summon a Yubel from deck, which, you know, goes with the Gamma. And during your opponent's turn, if your opponent activates a monster effect while we have a Yubel monster, we can tribute the card, and the activated effect becomes destroy one Yubel monster on the field. Which, you know, changing monster effects might as well say negate. Especially in this deck, if you destroy a Yubel, that means that my Yubel is going to get upgraded. And if we control base form Yubel, we can summon this card onto the field for tribute fodder, which the original Samsara Lotus was for. Now Samsara D Lotus is the one that's not going to cause FTKs and works more directly with Yubel. And then the next card we have is Gruesome Grave Swarmer. This card's a 1-of in some decks, this card's a 2-of. I run it at 1 just because I run Geist Grinder Golem. So this card's at 1 because its effect is if we control Yubel, we can summon it from hand. Then we can banish it from the graveyard and spell summon any fiend monster with 0 attack from the graveyard, which is every Yubel monster, essentially. And then the next we have triple copies of Max C, because it's Max C, 2 copies of Cypher Gamma, 2 copies of Dark Beckoning Beast. Dark Beckoning Beast can add Opening of the Spirit Gates, which can add Dark Beckoning Beast, or Chaos Summoning Beast. These cards loop together, and Opening of the Spirit Gates has an added effect if we discard one card supposed to summon one fiend monster with 0 attack and defense, which is again every Yubel monster. And if we control base form Yubels, we can add any continuous spell from our grave, including Nightmare Pain. Nightmare Pain is pretty much the entire deck, but we only run 2 of it because of how searchable it is. But during our main phase, we can destroy one dark monster in our hand or field and add one Yubel card or one card that misses it from our deck to our hand. And then while we control Yubel, all damage that we would take, our opponent takes. And our opponent must attack Yubel monsters if they're in attack position. So essentially, we force them to activate our Yubel's effect, because Yubel's original gimmick is that she wants your opponent to attack, so that she can then force your opponent to do her effect, where she reflects all battle damage, and she takes damage, and your opponent takes damage equal to their attack. The thing about Nightmare Pain is when we declare an attack, we also damage them. The original Yubels all state that your opponent must declare an attack into them, which most people won't do unless Nightmare Pain forces them to. And then Triple Ash for Max C, one copy of Unchained Souls Shavara. So Shavara's effect is we can quick effect destroy a fiend monster and special summon it. And if this card's into the graveyard, we can set one Unchained spell or trap card directly from our deck. So we can pop one of our Yubels on quick effect if our opponent tries to stop, or pretty much our entire deck on quick effect if our opponent tries to stop our plays, which they definitely will try. But you know, it's really hard, especially if we have Shavara in hand. Then Geist Grinder Golem. So Geist Grinder Golem, if we have a Yubel monster in hand, we can reveal it, special summon it to our opponent's field, and then if we special summon base form Yubel while the card's in the graveyard, we special summon this to our opponent's field. Essentially, this is just a way to get a very strong monster on our opponent's side of the field, which we can do battle reflection with. That's the only reason why he's in there. Do not give it to them on turn 0. He's only a good turn 2 card. Then we run 2 copies of Yubel, because if Yubel gets banished, our entire deck falls apart. So I like running 2 of them, but you can run 1 if you prefer, because this deck does have a lot of recycling. Then 3 copies of Spirit of Yubel. When this card is summoned, we can add any Yubel, one spell or trap card that misses Yubel, which is again pretty much the entire archetype. And if this card is destroyed, we can spell summon a base form Yubel from our hand deck that is banished, or in our hand deck or graveyard. Sorry, someone's from Banish Zone. Let me just remove this thing down to 2. And then we have 1 copy of Yubel Terror Incarnate. For Terror Incarnate, when Yubel dies, it summons Terror Incarnate. And then, so Terror Incarnate, it destroys all monsters during all other monsters on the field. So don't leave this on your field. Do not leave this on the field at the end of phase of turn. I have cleaned out my field a couple of times on accident with this 1 card. Don't do that. Get rid of it. Link it off, because it's just too much. And then Yubel, the Ultimate Nightmare. So when this card leaves the field, so it will miss timing if you use this card for summoning material for anything. But if this card is destroyed by card effect, that's a different story. When this card leaves the field, we can summon Yubel, the Ultimate Nightmare. Yubel Ultimate Nightmare doesn't have a floating effect, but at the end of the damage step, if this card attacks opponent monster, inflict damage equal to the monster attack, then destroy that monster. So, for example, if we attack Geist Grinder Golem with this card, with Nightmare pairing up, first Nightmare Pain will hit him with 3,000, and then Yubel, the Ultimate Nightmare, is going to hit him with another 3,000. So that's 6,000 life points just deleted for free. Absolutely busted. And then we have 1 copy of 1 for 1 to summon Samsara D Lotus. Triple copies of Nightmare Throne, which honestly can add every monster that's not a hand trap and Grinder Golem to our hand. And then if a Yubel monster leaves the field by card effect, we can add 1 Yubel monster with a higher level, 1 higher level than the monster set. So the most common play is to kill Yubel, then we summon a Terror Incarnate with or Spirit of Yubel. We destroy Spirit, summon regular Yubel, and also summon Terror Incarnate from the hand, field, or banishment. And then we have Nibiru, because we want to give our opponents a gigantic token, also so we can negate it, and to give our Maxi a way to end the turn. And this is the last Yubel card, and that's the Eternal Favorite. So second to last one is Mature Chronicle. Each time a Yubel monster that special summon or Yubel is or a monster that misses Yubel is summoned, place 1 Chronicle. Then at 5, we can add super polymerization. That's pretty much the only one I care about. But 2, we can add one of our banished cards back to our hand. 1, we can just free special summon Yubel. And 4, destroy a card field. So mostly the one we care about is 5 or 1, which is both. The 1 super easy, the 5 is really easy too. You can do that turn 1. 2 copies of super poly. I would craft the 3rd one, but you know, 2 is just perfectly fine. 2 copies of Call by the Grave. 1 copy of Crossout Designator, all for Maxi. 2 Infinite Imperm, Escape with the Unchained. Recharge 1 Unchained monster and destroy 1 card in the field, which our extra deck really goes into. And then the last one we have is Eternal Favorite, which summons a Yubel from grave or works as super poly. In our extra deck, we have triple copies of Phantom of Yubel, which changes a monster effect to destroy a Yubel from the hand, deck, or hand, field, or deck. If they try to activate something in its fusion materials, it's just 1 Yubel monster, 1 Fiend monster. Then we have Yubel Loving Defender, which is our super poly target, which if we have a Yubel monster on field, we can use as many monsters as we want, then burn our opponent for as much damage. And also reflects just like Terra Incarnate. So if we have Terra Incarnate and Nightmare Pain, it does the same thing. 1 copy of Superstar Slayer Typhon, just in case our opponent feels too cracked and we can't do much. Link Karibo, Unchained Soul of Rage, which can link during our opponent's turn, link their monsters during their turn. Cross Sheep, give free special summon if we summon Phantom of Yubel. Dark for the mirror match. Unchained Soul Yoriyama. He adds one Unchained card, which will only run 1 from the hand, from the deck or graveyard to the hand. 1 copy of SP Lil Knight. SP Lil Knight is SP Lil Knight vanishes. Unchained Soul of Anguish, use our opponent monsters as material. Abomination and Apollosa. So let's hop into some games. So our hand's pretty cracked. I mean, they're going to clearly Max C. No matter how many cards I put in to stop Max C, I'm always going to get hit by Max C. It's just a given. Dark Beckoning Beast. Normal summon it. Let's see if they have a full X. They do. Okay. Activate opening at Dark Summoning Beast. So I'm really glad that they're showing this deck support. I really wish, I do think they overtuned them just a bit, but you know, I really do enjoy Yubel, and I used to play. I probably would have made a Yubel deck eventually myself, but this is definitely a very cracked version of it, and also has a lot of extra cards here. So let's go here. Sure Chronicle. Bring you off. Nightmare Pain. Activate Nightmare Pain. Kill her. Grave Swarmer. Spirit of Yubel. Nightmare Throne. I do recommend you practice decks like this one, because this plays pretty different than a normal deck. You got to get used to all these plays. This special summon Grave Stormer. Yeah, let's actually destroy Incarnate. Yeah, we actually summoned Nightmare, or the Ultimate Nightmare. Select. Bring back Samsara D Lotus. We can just add Super Poly anytime we want to. Oh, we already have this card in our hand. That was pretty dumb. That's okay. Because we can just bring it back with Grave Squirmer, destroy it, re-summon back Terror Incarnate, because nothing's once per turn. Oh, this hand was cracked. And my opponent's not scooping either? I gotta use you as material for something. I'm just gonna fuse with it. And set a card face down. And we haven't even used the continuous trap. Alright, I do want to keep this card in hand so I have a super poly target. So we're not going to use, we're just going to do 5, add super poly to our deck. 4, 5. Set you face down. Let's just summon Yubel. And let's end our turn. Might as well. So they special summon? Okay. Happens to the best of us, brother. Destroy! No, this is your effect. The turn. And this is why we rock Grinder Golem. I can discard Grinder Golem. Also in base form, Yubel. Hey, here's a monster for you. Battle. Reflect! 3,000! Thanks for the free 3,000 life points, Grinder Golem. Reflect! Reflect again! And that's the game! True Light's not even a broken trap anymore. Oh, did I win another coin toss? This is super rare. Alright, I have maxi counter. Let's go here. Fed Veiler. Do I even care? I already have Nightmare Pain. I do want the extra normal summon. That. Reckoning Beast. Opening the Spirit Gate. Activate opening the Spirit Gate. I pull my Royal Rare Nightmare Pain. Try to flex on you peasants. They don't have Ash Blossom. Otherwise, get their combo off. Search for some stars. Wow. Enjoying the mirror can be. The mirror is a nightmare. Like, I was looking at the mirror, like, you don't know if they're rocking Super Poly. I rock Super Poly. Just so I can counter. Let's go Mature Chronicle. I thought this is full combo. Set. I want to get Super Poly in my hand. You better wipe my field! I gotta destroy it, yeah. Nightmare Pain. Almost forgot to destroy it. Let's see. Also run Grinder Golem or Geist Grinder Golem, just in case my opponent wants to get cheeky and not add any cards. I just put the game on super easy. I don't know why I'm thinking you gotta add Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't need it. I just think it's funny and it makes your turn far more simple. let's summon you. I don't have any hand traps though. This is kind of just everything I got. Destroy you. Let's upgrade our Yubel to Terror Incarnate. Are you guys ready to miss the timing? Uno, dos. I should have used Grave Swarmer, but that's okay. He's about to be used. Second. Oh no, we missed the timing. Fusion Summon. Using 1, 2. Activate Cross Sheet. Bring back Samsara Lotus. Oh look, we have 5 counters here. Let's add Super Poly. Using these 2 monsters, we link off our Unchained Soul Yama. Activate Yama's effect to search out our Unchained Soul. Bring back the Yubel. Bring back base form Yubel. Destroy with you. Activate Yubel's effect again. Summon Terror Incarnate again. Hey guys! Hey class! Are you ready to miss the timing? Set the trap card. Discard a card. Discard Nightmare Pain. Special summon regular Yubel, because why not? Activate Gates Effect. Re-add back Nightmare Pain. Let's not super poly ourselves. Let's not do that. I wanted to use 4, but that's okay. Having a backup Yubel isn't bad. And let's resummon back you. Let's do. And then set Super Poly face down. End our turn. And that's our turn. And we have 5 copies of Mature Chronicles, so we can Super Poly again. Spending some time helping out new and returning players. They were having issues. Yeah, no. No! Okay. You thought I was gonna scoop because you went to the battle phase? I just screamed no helplessly. I'm gonna let you add whatever you want. Thunderbird? Let's see what you do. We got the jump scare. You're going to SP. I'm going to get rid of SP. Synchro of a 10. I don't want you to synchro for 10, so I'm going to super poly your board away. And we're going to get rid of Nightmare Pain. I'm going to use this Yubel. 2, 3, 4. And that's good enough for me. The Loving Defender! Burn you for 2,000. Karen, it's your turn. Yeah. So, you are heavily incentivized to overextend with the board, but since, you know, I activated monster effect against your unicorn, if you do that, your entire board is getting super polyed away. Okay, cool. If you max see me, I'm taking the card out your hand. Oh, this is a cracked hand. First, let's activate Mature Chronicle because we don't want to open it. We opened it anyways. No, I'm not going to destroy my stuff. Tribute, if you had Imperm, that was the chance. Sci-Frame Gear Gamma! Yes, I'm willing the Mad Lat to run it. I'm so tired of Maxi. Give me that. Spirit of Yubel. Nightmare Pain. Set it here because I feel like that's an Imperm. Activate Nightmare Pain. Oh, you think these monsters are here for show? No, I actually run Gamma. Or, sorry, Omega. Because frick Maxi. Give me a card on hand. Let's see what I'm playing up against. I can then destroy one monster. Okay, I don't really care if I... what summon is that? Yeah, we're actually getting close to getting nibbed. Do I care about getting nibbed? Not really. Then these two monsters. Actually, this game, we're 1,200 short, which means that we can easily. Well, we got Super Poly. One, two. Yeah, I messed. Let's say, yeah, I messed up. I could have, if I would have kept the Yubel card in hand, I would have been able to summon Grinder Golem. It would have been game a lot sooner. So the Yubel deck is one of the best decks in this format, without a doubt. I don't know why people. The extra deck space is so tight. That's probably why people don't normally like running Loving Defender. And you know, you don't need to run cards like Loving Defender. You don't need to run Geist Grinder Golem. You don't need to run Sci-Frame Lord Gamma. And they probably would recommend you run 3 copies of Beckoning Beast and not run Yubel Ultimate Nightmare. But let me tell you, if you do run those cards, your wins will be hilarious. I just run Sci-Frame Gamma so that I don't have to worry about freaking garbage Maxi all the time. I need something to protect me from Maxi, and this is the last bastion before, you know, I go to Konami, fly all the way out to Japan and tell them and beg them to ban Maxi. But this deck is cracked. It's just one of the best decks around, and if you want to play the best deck, play this deck. Maybe not this version of the deck, but play this deck. And compared to other heavy UR intensive decks, it's not that bad. Compared to, I mean, you don't even need to run triple copies of Phantom Yubel. You can run like 1 or 2 if you want. They normally recommend running 3 because how free it is to summon, but you don't need to. And I really appreciate all the support. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.